Good day. Today I'll be showing you my output on a pizza ordering system. So first we'll have the login, which is this design. So there's a title, there's two text fields, and a login button. So I set the title of the JFrame to PizzTime login. I set the resizable to false and location to null so that it would be on the center when I run it. Then I string a user and the password, which the user connects to JText field 1 and the password connects to JText field 2. And I added if else if statements. So if the user is an admin, if the user equals to admin and password equals to admin, it would then change the message of the JText field. No, it would get the JText field, the value from the JText field, and change the string of the message which is on the main page. Then, of course, once you log in, the main page would be visible, and this login frame would not be visible. So, um, the same goes for the staff. So the password is staff. Then there's a client, and the password is client. Then an else statement. So if you enter something else, let's say random letters for the two text fields, it wouldn't work. So that's pretty much it for the login frame. Now let's go to the main page. Then so first is the public main page. I added a table and I set the editable for a JText field to false. So that's this JText field so that you wouldn't be able to edit it since it is the price for the total. So the same goes for this. So this is the message MSG that was mentioned here on the login frame. So basically it changes the JLabel 6 to, which is this is JLabel 6. So it changes that to logged in as plus the MSG, which is uh, the value you get from the JText field 1. So if you're admin, it says admin. If you're staff, it says staff. And if you're client, it says client. Then again, location to null and resizable false. Then I also used that MSG to set role permissions. So as you can see this, I added a private void set role permissions. So uh, JButton3 and JButton4 are of course enabled. So this is 3 and 4, the edit order and delete order. So if I added if statements, so if you log in as the client, the the two J buttons, which is the edit order and delete order, would not be enabled. So as you can see, I use set enabled because I encountered problems when I use set visible. If I use set visible and I disable a certain button, let's say I set the visible of edit order to false, it completely changes the layout of my JFrame. So instead I use set enabled so that it still shows the button, but you cannot click it, it's disabled. So for the staff, you can edit orders, but you cannot delete orders. Then else, so this is for the admin. So if you can use all the buttons. So then I added a action listener for the JButton 5, which is the logout. So it simply um, sets the visible for this to false and the login frame to visible. So it just changes the JFrames. So then I added so this is an action listener for the add order. So of course I string the name, pizza type, toppings, and total. Then get the specific values from the text fields, the combo boxes, and yeah, then I used an if statement so that if name is empty, which is this JText field, it would show an option pane which says please enter your name. Then same goes for the total, which is this text field. So it says please click the total first. So if it's empty, it says you have to click the total button first. Then of course, I added the table model so that you can add rows. Then here, these line of code basically resets the value of these text fields and combo boxes. Now for the um, JButton4, which is the delete order, um, basically, so I added line of code so that if you select a row, it gets deleted. So of course, if you don't select a row, it would say, if you don't select a row and you click the delete button, it would say please select the row you want deleted. Then again, if you click the delete order, it resets the values again. Now JButton1, which is the total button. So I string the pizza type, size, and then add-on, which gets the value for combo box 1, 2, and 3. So this is 1, 2, and 3. So there's the base price, which is for the pizza type, then the size price for the size, then the add-on price for the add-ons. So they're all, for now, 0. Now, I use switch statements for the pizza type. So for the cheese, the base price would be set to 150. Then for pepperoni, it would be set to 180. Then for Hawaiian, it would be set to 200. So that it would, so they all have different prices, so to of course have variety over the choices. Then for the size, the price for the small is 0 because um, you don't need a price increase if it's the smallest size, so I set it to 0. And for medium you get 50, then for large you get 100. Then I for the add-ons, you get extra cheese for 30, pepperoni 40, mushrooms 25, jalapenos 20, olives 20. Then this is the formula for the total price. So base price plus size price plus add-on price. Then I set the text of the JText field 1 to the value of the total, but I included this statement so that it would only include 2 decimal points. Now, this is for the JButton3, which is the edit order. So, of course, you add the table, then, and again, I added a if statement so that you cannot click edit without clicking a row. So it would show a message dialog saying please select a row to edit. Then I string the name, pizza type, size, add-on, and total again. Then if I added an if statement, so basically if you try to edit a row with some fields empty, it would say please make sure all fields are filled and total is computed. Then of course again it resets the value once you edited, and it would show a message dialog once you update, and it would say order updated successfully. Then I added a mouse clicked model so that when you click a certain row, it would show the values on the text field. So I can show you this, of course, once I show the output. So yeah, let's also let's run this code. So of course, you need to log in. So let's start with client. So I log in as client, the username is client, password is client. Then as you can see, the J label changes to logged in as client. Now if I click add order, it won't add. So I would say please enter your name first. And as you can see, the edit order and the delete order buttons are disabled because you're logged in as a client. So let's add a name. So Asa. Then pepperoni size large and jalapenos. But I don't click the total button. So if I add an order, it would say please click total first. So of course that you have to click the total first and add order. It would add your order. Then I can log out. Then let's go to staff. So again, let's add a name, then choose some stuff, then I can add an order. So as you can see now, the edit order button is available. So if I click it now and I don't select a row, it would say please select a row to edit. So I select this, then I change the field. So let's say change the customer name to a Ava, then just these default values total, then I edit the order. It would then edit that order. Then of course the delete order is not available, so let's log out. Then go to admin. So again, logged in is admin. So let's try a different name. So let's say Frank, right? So Hawaiian, large, and olives. So I total that, that's 320. I add it. Then let's add another order. So let's say Alex. Then pepperoni, medium, um, jalapenos, total 250. Add it. And yeah, so now you can select an order and you can edit it. Then you can also delete it. So let's delete this for Frank. So I delete that. It would reset the values and it deletes that row. Then of course this I can edit. So let's say Frank again. Then total, that's 250. So let's change that. Total, then edit the order. Order updated successfully, and it successfully edits the row. Now of course log out. So that is all for this pizza ordering system output. Thank you.